Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and we've got John already in the house. Irvin, you're stuck in traffic, man. You're messing up the show, man. We can't have that. I know you got a day job, but man, we need you here, guys. I am so happy to be here tonight. How about you, my man, John?
Hey, look, I am ecstatic, man. We got something for y'all today, I promise.
Well, guys, I feel so good about the man cave here, man, the studio, the things that we're being able to do. I am not a, tech person. I am not a studio person. All this stuff in here has literally been done on the fly. And thank you, YouTube, for having how-to videos and stuff to how to do things. But as I'm getting used to this thing, we're learning how to do all kinds of stuff. Tonight, we're going to do what I normally don't do, and that's a mock draft. So, yeah, we're going to do the first round, and we're going to try and figure out who we think will fall to the Dallas Cowboys and which direction they're going. Now, before we really kick into everything, I got to thank all you guys for all the support and everything that you guys have done. But we've got the draft coming up. We're less than 4 weeks away. Literally 4 weeks from tonight, we will be sitting there in Dallas with the Jobu Mobile Man Cave RV, as well as I can't remember. I'm getting old. I'm getting old and forgetful.
You ain't getting old, man. You're getting
No,
better.
no, no, no,
You're getting
no, no.
better.
No. Michael actually busted on me because when I was doing the video earlier, I always mix you and Irvin together. And your name.
Yeah, he
Seriously.
said, what'd you say?
I always-
E2
no, no.
DMV or something like that? DMV.
DMV Blue. I just can't keep stuff straight. And unfortunately for me, most people say, make a list so that way you don't forget stuff. I always forget the list.
Well, we're going to call Irvin DMV traffic today.
But I keep literally everything I keep in my head, and so sometimes shit just gets messed up. But with the draft coming up, Mark, who is in Afghanistan right now, I believe, or he's on his way back from Afghanistan, he's going to have his RV. We're actually going to be staying at the same KOA campground when we're not at the draft, and we're going to have not one but 2 RVs parked together. Okay? This thing is
Clapper
literally
Award.
growing by leaps and bounds. We're going to be doing a hot wing challenge. How are you with hot wings?
Hey, look, we'll see. We'll see when we get there, huh? I don't know where I'm at, but hey, look, we got cameras around, so we'll see.
No. I tell you what, we're going to have, this company is sending me hot. We're talking world's hottest chip type hot sauce. So we're going to have a wing challenge out there, and hopefully some of you guys that are out there will want to try and take this challenge and be on air doing this challenge. We'll bring some milk. We'll bring some olive oil so you can rinse your mouth out and everything
milk.
else. But what we're doing tonight, our drawing, we're going to draw for, I'll show you at this moment, but Irvin, you screwed up my plans. They were actually going to be sitting on the other side, but I'll show you guys later. What we're going to do for our giveaway tonight will be, it's a shelf to hold 4 Jobu shot glasses, and it looks like a football lace. And that will be our first giveaway. If we end up having more than $100 in Super Chats tonight, we will go ahead and also do a drawing for DeMarcus Lawrence's T-shirt that's autographed. He's coming next week. How much is DeMarcus Lawrence's signature? I think he's like $120 now. Yeah, no, he's there. D-Law's there. But yeah, to get his signature now, it's $120 next week at the autograph signing. So if we can get up to $100, we're trying to raise some funds for the draft. So any super chats. We're also going to do something different tonight too. Because we've had so many people that have donated before, what's happening is I'm pulling names and people aren't getting it. So tonight's drawing will be everybody who ends up doing it tonight. And Virginia Finest is the first one in there. Hot damn. But anyway, it's been another busy week, wouldn't you say, with the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, it's been a busy week, man. A lot of Dez talk. Even more Dez talk.
Well, what do you think about that whole thing?
Man, I think it's a big mess, man. At this point, man, it doesn't look like from hearing Jerry's interview and hearing Steven talk, it doesn't sound like they're on the same page. But maybe that's what they're trying to do to just throw us off so that we don't know what they're going to do for the draft or whatever. But you got another super chat.
Oh man, Matt too. Okay, I got to tell you, if I were Dez Bryant right now, I would be kind of pissed off. Because what you keep hearing, man, whoa, super chats are going like crazy. What you keep hearing is, well, we're going to talk to Dez this week. And then you hear Stephen Jones say, well, there's no rush. Wait a minute. This is my future. Am I going to be here or not going to be here? Are you going to wait until there's no money for anybody else before you let me go? I'd be, look, if you don't get rid of me, get rid of me. Don't wait.
Yeah. I mean, I see both sides of it because at the same time, the Cowboys got to build a little bit of leverage as well. So that's why they're waiting as long as they are, because the draft hasn't hit and you never know what's going to happen, because they can come to a part where they don't even get a receiver at all. And then we're in the situation where we're not saying that we're stuck with Dez, because I believe Dez is a really good player, but you never know what happens with the draft. And if the draft doesn't go the way that we want, then, I mean, we have a serviceable team right now.
Well, but, you've seen the people they've been looking at.
Yeah.
Is there a wide receiver out there that they haven't checked out?
Odell Beckham.
Oh, you know what? That might be enough for me to say I'm no longer a Dallas Cowboy fan.
What?
Seriously. I do not, and that's where everybody keeps saying, oh, you're just saying that because you can't get them. No, I don't want them. I do not want somebody on my team that it's all more important. Damn.
Well, time out, Mark. Well, where everything is more important than, I guess, than the game. Well, we have our owner, Jerry Jones. He's worse than Odell Beckham is. And you're still a fan. I know it's his team, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm sorry. The thing, there's so much stuff you could go through on Odell Beckham, things that he's done. Listen, to me, you need to understand it's football season. Everything I do should be for the team. So when we make the playoffs,
Don't go on the damn boat ride.
he left FedEx Field, hopped on a plane, and went straight.
So are we?
I mean, this is worse than what Tony Romo. At least when Tony Romo went,
I was gonna
it was
say-
on a bye week.
But you know what I'm going to say about that, though? And a lot of fans, they gave Romo hell for it, but nobody gave Witten hell for it because Witten was there, too.
Witten was there, too. Wow, you guys, the Super Chats.
Super Chat's on fire today, man. Keep bringing it. Keep bringing it.
I tell you what, like I said, the more money we raise, the better we're going to be able to do. Thank you, Justin, Kristen, Sushi, Daniel, Soya. Oh, I missed that one. And if I butcher up your name, understand, I'm old, I'm dyslexic, and I don't have my glasses on either. Ricky Lee, Derek Young, Matt, and Virginia Finest. All of you guys are entered into the draft, into our drawing for the shot glasses here. But it's looking like the Rams are really making a play for Odell. And it looks like they're making a play thinking that we can go all in and we'll make it to the Super Bowl. Could this be the Dream Team 3?
Well, you know what? Here's the one thing about the Rams that I am going to say.
Okay.
They got a hell of a young coach, and they got a hell of a defensive coach. So the one thing that I will say is Sean McVay, when he has talent, he knows what to do with it. Same thing with Wade Phillips on the defensive side of the ball. So I think that really they just have to be healthy. If they're healthy, they're in a better position. But I think that they are trying to go for broke right now. Obviously,
Well,
going for broke.
You know what? See, here's the kind of he realizes what I have, and I'm going to make it work with what I have, which is different than Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett basically has, this is my system, and this is what we're going to run. And even though Tony Romo got hurt, 2015 was all you needed to know. Tony Romo got hurt, and they still kept running the same system. Tony Romo is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Brandon Wheaton cannot go and throw to his left side. And they still kept the guy going to his damn left side.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I got in an argument with a few people on Twitter today telling me that the Cowboys offense was not vanilla, that everybody runs a system in the NFL similar to what we do, and you got to have the players to do it or whatnot. And I'm thinking to myself, I sat and watched the Philadelphia Eagles lose their best player on offense at left tackle. I sat there and watched them lose their other best player at quarterback.
Yeah.
And what did they do when it came to playoff time? They played to everybody's strengths. They found a way to do the run pass option with Foles.
I agree with you.
You can't tell me that we don't run a vanilla. Like, you do this, you do that. You're not allowed to do this. Like, we're not allowed to think outside the box. You cannot tell me we're vanilla.
Joel, you're added to the list. Thank you very much. And you are right. 100 pounds of chicken wings aren't cheap, although we do go to Restaurant Depot and buy them in 40-pound boxes. So that actually helps out. But, man, it's all good. We're going to make sure everybody gets their full at this trip. But, you know, as much as I hate the Washington Redskins, and I grew up hating the Washington Redskins, when Joe Gibbs came to Washington, Joe Gibbs was part of the Chargers, Air Coryell, which was like a Peyton Manning offense before anybody was passing the ball. Mm-hmm. Literally, they didn't know about running the ball. You're probably too young to remember Air Coryell.
Yeah.
But Dan Fouts, you know, with Charlie Joyner, with, God, I can't think of his name, their tight end, literally had one game where he was just basically knocked out like 5 times and helped off the field, and he would come back in and make another miraculous play. But they literally were throwing the ball like 50, 60 times a game. So Joe Gibbs worked underneath that system, came to Washington, and he realized, I don't have that kind of quarterback. I got a big-ass offensive line, and I got John Riggins. I got to run the ball. He ended up fitting with the personnel he had as opposed to fitting with the system he had. And all of a sudden, they go to single running back, and they win 3 Super Bowls. He realized, this is the players I have, so let me make my system work with these guys. Hey, Jason Garrett.
Yeah, again, your team should be a living, breathing element. That's what your team should be. You should feed off of the type of guys you have. You figure out what you have and play to your strengths. That's what a team is. You don't have a certain cookie cutter way that you do things, and then you say, oh, well, if it didn't work, it's the player's fault. No, look. We're not making the playoffs every year. We're making it every other year, depending on the draft class. And then outside of that, we got to hope that we're perfectly healthy. And if we're not, then we're stuck and it's everybody else's fault but the system.
Jen Lively and Adrian Collins, thank you very much. Great job, Mark. You've come a long ways with your channel. Thank you very much, man. Everybody, you guys make me want to cry. I just can't get the draft here quick enough, man. Damn, I can't wait to get there. Aiden, you're at it as well. So the big question is, now we've seen Jason Garrett looking at all these different wide receivers. Hey, Michael Anthony Fitness, can you grab me another pen? I ran out of ink from you guys. You guys have written so many, done so many super chats, the pen doesn't work anymore.
Sheesh.
Do we think Jason Garrett's going to change any this year?
No. Why would he change now?
He's not going to change.
He probably got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday draws.
Damn. No, he didn't.
Probably does. I believe
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's not
Thank you.
changing. He's not changing. He probably eats the same type of cereal and probably has been eating the same type of cereal for 30 years.
All right, well, here's going to be my big question, and I know this is going to be a preview while we're waiting for Irvin to get here. Aiden, thank you very much. Do you think they're going to draft a wide receiver in the first round?
We'll see, man. I do believe that if a wide receiver falls to us, to one of the guys that they want, I think that they will take him. I do. Just looking at the visits, the official visits, and looking who they're working out.
if Ridley's there, he's going to pick him up.
Yeah. I believe if Ridley's there, they're getting him.
This has been driving me crazy because I sit here, I think, okay, if we draft a wide receiver in the first round, then Dez Bryant is cut. And it's not, don't give me hate mail. Everybody keeps saying, you just want to get rid of Dez Bryant. No, I'm just saying, okay, you got to look at this with your head, not your heart. I keep thinking, okay, if they draft a wide receiver in the first round, then we're going to save $12.5 million because Dez will be gone. And I honestly believe, whether you guys believe it or not, Dez is gone. The fact that they're doing what they're doing right now, they've already poisoned the water. If you're Dez Bryant, you're pissed off because you know if I do happen to be back this year, I won't be back next year. You
Yeah,
see the writing on the wall.
It's an absolute fact. If he's not gone now, he's gone next year. There's no way around it unless he takes a pay cut. And
Right.
that still can
But
very
see-
well happen.
Actually, we're not going to take any calls right now. But see, you can't. Okay, you've dogged me. You've made me look like crap. You've basically told me I got to leave, and now you want me to take a pay cut too?
I mean, I guess it depends on how bad he wants to be here because I do believe, and the one thing is, I do believe that Dez Bryant wants to be a Cowboy. He wants to end his career here. He
Yeah.
loves playing for us, and I love that about him. As a matter of fact, that's the main reason because I know that he gives 150% every time he's out on that field that I don't want him to go. I'm just looking at the business side of it. And I know Stephen Jones, man. And as much as you guys, I'm looking at the chat and I'm seeing Dez is not getting cut. You guys obviously haven't been paying attention to Stephen Jones over these years. Stephen Jones don't give a damn about what you guys think. He don't.
No, and this is deja vu
What's that stat?
of DeMarcus Ware.
Absolutely.
Everybody kept saying, "Oh, they're not going to get rid of DeMarcus Ware." Dunn and Demetrius Matthews, both of you guys are at it. Thank you guys so much. Boy, you know what? It might be 150 pounds chicken wings. Okay. When Stephen Jones did the press conference and he was first talking about Terrence Williams' broken foot, you know, he was joking around. No more questions about Terrence Williams. No more questions about Terrence Williams. You know, did you see that interview?
Yeah, I saw it.
And he was jovial. Yeah, okay. And then Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a conversation with Dez Bryant sometime in the near future. But, you know, if you read body language, you went from to ice cold.
This is what I don't understand about the Dez situation between Jerry and Steven. Why the hell do we even need to know that they're going to have a conversation with him at all? Period. Why do we need to know that? I think that it's part of marketing where it's us fans saying, are they going to cut Dez? Are they not going to cut Dez? Are they going to cut Dez? Are they not going to cut Dez? Like, just say no comment or just don't talk to it. Or just say, or just lie to us like you've been lying to us the last 20 years anyway.
Well, you know, that's the Cowboys way. But he's not the only person that needs to be talked to. That's the thing about it.
He's not.
There's a couple of people that need to be talked to.
Hannah, Beasley,
Tyron
Crawford. It should have been Jason Witten.
Well, he got the okay. Ooh,
No. I'm just gonna be honest.
No.
Should have been Jason Witten.
That brings another subject, y'all. Here's the thing. And again, we were talking about the wide receiver position, and I kept saying to myself, is it necessary to draft a wide receiver in the first round?
I'm not drafting a receiver at 19. That's just me. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't do it. It's not necessary, but
Because, see, here's the thing. If football evolves and then it gets kicked back. But if you look at football right now, the two teams in the Super Bowl, their tight ends led their teams in receptions.
absolutely.
You look at a Le'Veon Bell and what they're doing, the back out of the backfield, catching passes. Is having a true great number one necessary? Because I don't see a lot of these great number ones that are winning Super Bowls.
As a matter of fact, and another team, if you think about it, is do the New Orleans Saints really have a number one receiver?
I don't.
They haven't had a number one receiver. Look, we're talking about playoff teams here, guys. We're not talking about.
I mean, Jimmy Graham was one of their best receivers, best named one, and you start going through and thinking about their Super Bowl years. Who were their receivers? You know.
Yeah.
So, with us already having as much money as we do tied up now, again, Dez is the lion's share on that. Is it necessity to have a wide receiver in that first round?
It's not No, it's not. It's not. Not with the way that our roster is right now. Now, there's a couple rosters out there where a wide receiver in round one makes sense. But with us right now, looking at what happened when a couple of injuries hit, lets us know that we don't have the depth that we thought we had.
You know what? I don't care what wide receiver we had against Atlanta.
It wasn't going to stop. It wasn't going to stop him from getting sacked 10 times.
It wasn't going to help us because Dak was running for his life. So I'm kind of like, I would almost say, hypothetically, let's say Ridley is sitting there at 19. and they really want him,
Oh, they got him. They got him.
Well, I would almost think about maybe we might want to see if somebody wants to trade back and see if we can get him a little later.
Yeah,
We did that with Travis Frederick.
we could.
And we got a 3rd-round pick. We took Terrence Williams with it, but you still picked up another pick.
I don't want to give up my mock draft pick, or we could do something else.
Well, I'm a defensive guy. I want to see us work on that defense because that defense, to me, we're always going to score in the 20s. If we can get a defense that starts getting the ball to the offense, it's going to make all the difference in the world.
Absolutely. You're preaching to the choir.
And, I see all of the free agent moves and things that have been, and hey, okay, you know what? We needed offensive linemen. Believe me, we needed offensive linemen. But we still need a middle linebacker. Joe Thomas, I think he's more depth. I don't think he's ready to be the all-star middle linebacker. Now, I could be wrong.
No.
But I still think we need more. I'm still not sold on Jalen Smith. I don't, the question is, he says his foot's getting better and better and better, but nobody says, no, it's just still the same. You always say, I'm ready to go.
Exactly.
I mean, I tore my ACL on Friday, and Monday I was saying I'll be ready by Friday. Not knowing that I was going to have surgery on it, but in your mind, you're always, I can go. That's your mentality.
Well, the one thing that I'm going to say about Jalen Smith is last year was essentially a rookie year. And keep this in mind. He wasn't healthy going into his essential rookie year.
Yeah.
So he wasn't used to the speed of the game, but he also wasn't 100% himself yet either. And as the year went on, he got better just being around and getting the reps in.
He got better when he wasn't playing as many plays, too. Some of the early games, I think one game he played 70 snaps. Towards the end of the season, as Hitchin got healthy and some of the other guys got healthy, he was played more in roles where he was playing like 30, 35 plays, which was better for him. Also, too, keep him out of pass coverage. He can't cut and backpedal. He cannot change the direction. Now, it might come this offseason, but to me, you looked at him, when he had to plant that foot, he couldn't plant that foot and go in another direction.
Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Who on our team besides really Sean Lee is good in coverage at linebacker? Maybe it's a testament to the coaching staff.
Well,
because, I mean, if you want to go back, all right, let's go back to that playoff game where, I mean, by the grace of God, they picked up that flag. But that was Hitchens' beat, wasn't it?
Jackie Smith, I'm sorry, I missed the conversation, but I see, did Romo win? I will wait. I'm assuming that you're talking about a Super Bowl. I'm sure we've got some haters out there that.
I'm talking about Dak Prescott, obviously.
You know what? I've realized that talking to people is like talking to a brick wall when it comes to Dak Prescott. They have it set in their head that he just sucks. Can't do anything. Colin Cowherd, I put in a video because Colin Cowherd, who normally does not like Cowboys, normally doesn't say anything good about the Cowboys, was like, he put the numbers up there. He compared them to Matthew Stafford. Mm-hmm. Every category, boom, 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 Dak's better. They said, okay, people will say, it's the Lions, they're a bad team. He said, okay, how about a guy who's won a Super Bowl? Put him up against Joe Flacco. Blew Joe Flacco away. And so people said, yeah, well, that's Joe Flacco. He had a great defense. He said, okay. He said, how about the guy who was looking like the MVP last year for 14 weeks?
True.
Carson Wentz's numbers. Dak Prescott's career numbers are better than Carson Wentz's.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. Carson Wentz was straight dumpster juice that first year.
But and his point was, is people think, well, he wasn't a first-round quarterback, so, of course, he can't be a good quarterback. But they said the same thing about Kirk Cousins, who just got $30 million.
Kirk got a lot of money.
There are other first-round quarterbacks like Paxton Lynch. Mm-hmm. We dodged the bullet on that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because Jerry wanted to trade up to get Paxton Lynch. How'd you like to have that guy as our quarterback?
Or
right
better
now?
yet, how would you guys like to have gotten Johnny Manziel over Zach Martin? Because I know a lot of you guys did want that. A lot of you guys killed that Zach Martin pick.
There's still some people out there that say we need to sign Johnny Manziel now that he's actually working out and stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it.
You know what?
He's better than Cooper Rush.
I'll take Odell Beckham before I take him, and I ain't taking Odell. Come on, man. No. You know what? I'm done with the drama. What is that? NJ Devils?
New Jersey Devils.
Okay. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Well, I tell you what, at 9:30 we'll go ahead and do the first drawing, and it looks like we're going to do the drawing. You guys done blow me away. We're also going to do a second drawing. We're actually going to go 30 minutes overtime tonight, so 10 o'clock we'll do another drawing for the DeMarcus Lawrence autograph shirt, and I'm going to go ahead and get another one signed by him next weekend. In fact, I can't wait. I don't know if you're going to have time to go to the autograph signing.
Yeah.
It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Michael let me know that Randy White is going to be there. Now, I know you guys are like, who?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but see, yeah, right. What do you know, Michael? What do you know about Randy White?
Oh, I just found out from him on the website, but
He just found out from the website. Okay. You know, when you guys watch those highlights of the Doomsday defense, I'm so old that I remember it happening live.
Super Bowl champion.
But Randy White, the defensive tackle,
Might get him signed.
was known as the Manster. Half man, half monster.
And he had the sack record before Ware, right?
Yeah. Well,
That's
they-
the way
No,
it took it.
before that,
Well, here's the
Doug
thing.
Brown.
Back then, they didn't count sacks
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah,
a
yeah.
statistic
Yeah.
because, God, why can't I think of his name? He just died like 2 years ago.
Oh, the NFL Films guy, right?
No,
He back.
damn. From the Rams, brother man. God,
Oh,
they said he had one season.
Deacon?
Deacon Jones.
yeah, Deacon.
He said, "Good. Look at." He said, "Look at the films. Count them. 31 sacks in one season in
Sheesh.
14 games." So yeah, we could say because they didn't start counting it as a record until I think 81. But those guys were the real deal. But Randy White was the defensive tackle in that flex defense that put fear in other guys,
Hall of Famer too.
including his own players. They said he had a switch that you just need to just walk away. And that's the kind of guy we need right now. So he's going to be there, and that's beeline to Randy White.
Walter's gonna be there, too.
Manster. I mean, like I said, that's one of my childhood. I mean, that's like Roger Staubach to me.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to be there. Emmett's going to be there. Michael Irvin, Bill Bates, Dak's going to be there. Cole Beasley's going to be there. There's going to be. It's always a lot of Cowboys. So
What about the Moose, man? The Moose never gets his love when they're talking about the older Cowboys, man.
he was there last year.
He might
Oh,
be
okay.
there this year.
Yeah, Moose is
Yeah.
Moose is my dude, man.
So yeah, so next weekend we're gonna be getting some more autographs on some Jobu T-shirts and stuff. So that way we'll have some more giveaways and things. Backwoods Boxing, appreciate that too. Hopefully, Irvin gets here sometime tonight.
I
'Cause
know.
I'm not trying to do his draft spot here.
AKA DMV traffic.
Yeah, Let's just hope he doesn't get pulled over. Let so don't
Yeah,
push
true.
it.
Good,
Yeah.
good point. Good.
Don't push it. Let's look at some of these. Randy White, Harvey Martin. Man, I tell you what. Yeah, that was
Harvey's going to be there. I think Harvey's going to be there too.
that doomsday defense, guys.
Harvey's going to be there too. I remember his
I
name
just,
on the list.
if you get a chance, go back and look at some of those old films. Literally, half of the plays would be flagged today.
Yeah.
Literally.
Most of them will.
I'm telling you, wide receivers got the crap beat out of them going downfield. It wasn't the 5 yard. No, you're getting molested, okay? And as far as it wasn't your knee touching the ground, it was your forward progress was when you were considered down. So you might have been on the down, and you were still going forward. You were still getting lit up. That's when football was football. Now they're changing the whole rule about the head. I don't think that's going to work too well.
It's going to be tough, man, because I think what it's really going to come down to is it's going to impact one of these crucial games where they're going to actually call that flag, and they hadn't been calling it for the rest of the time. And it's probably going to be on like a running back going downfield or something.
Angela, I wish I were getting front row seats at the draft. Actually, some people have said that they've gotten tickets or already heard. I have not heard anything. All of us have, filled out the thing and so on.
We did the
So
Dallas Cowboys.
it's okay if we don't because we're going to be outside. We're going to have our chicken wings. We're going to have
Chicken
pulled pork.
wings.
We're going to have Mojo Punch. We're going to have a 14-foot projection screen TV. We're going to have our lawn chairs out there. We're going to have a table. We're going to have our microphones. We're going to have a DJ even. And we're going to have you guys. So if we don't get in, hey, I'm okay. We'll be there. We'll give you the flavor of everything that's going on there.
Bring your own bottle.
Jay Novacek was, another great tight end, and that's brings me back to where we were talking about wide receivers. You think we really need to get a tight end?
Yeah, I do. I think we need a tight end more than we need a receiver. I really do.
I have
I
a
think
lot of
so.
hope for Rico Gathers. He's got a body that I love. Okay, I know.
Pause.
Okay, I know you guys out there. I know you guys.
Pause.
That's not what I'm saying. No, but his length, his strides, his leaping ability, he is like the prototypical tight end that you want to have that can get deep. Jay Witten, God bless him, slow as can be, still catches the ball, and I know a lot of people are like, yeah, well, we got Jason Witten, but you need a guy who can get downfield. He's a possession guy, and that's our biggest problem. We don't have anybody that can stretch the field.
Well, the thing about Rico, I'll touch on Rico for a little bit. If Rico pans out, that's all great. That's great if Rico pans out. But at some point, we got to get tired of these projects, and we got 10 picks, man, and there's some really good tight ends in this draft. Mark Andrews, Gesicki, Hayden Hurst. There's a couple of the guys that fit the mold of tight ends of today, and it's time that we get with the times, man.
April Stanton, you got in just. Oh yeah, you can definitely have a plate of wings and sliders, man, and some Mojo Punch. Michael Anthony Fitness, can you put down the PlayStation there for a second, or the Nintendo, whatever the hell that shit is, and come over here and pick a winner for the Jobu shot glasses. Our first drawing for the night.
Yeah, put down the GTA, man.
Okay, all right. Don't look. Our winner, chicken wing dinner, Adrian Collins.
Hey.
Adrian Collins is our first winner. You get a set of 4 Jobu shot glasses and a rack to hold them up on. Congratulations. We're going to do another drawing later on tonight for DeMarcus Lawrence's autographed shirt. So we'll end up having that a little bit later on. And if Irvin would ever get his behind here, we would end up having. Let me send him a message here.
Hey, VA Finance, we thought about putting some shirts together that said, looking for some glory hole. Pause, sorry.
Listen,
Super pause.
we have young people
Yeah.
that do watch the show.
Oh, okay. Sorry, young people.
Young people. We have some wonderful women that watch the show too.
Oh, okay.
So let's,
Yeah, we
let's
love
not
you.
let's not chase off the wonderful ladies that do watch the show. We'll leave Jerry and the glory hole thing on out
Yeah.
of here.
Cherry was tripping with these.
Jackie says we let Jason Witten keep saying when to pick a tight end, and that was wasted pick, really. Okay. Remember when Dallas was good 22 years ago? I see we got Fish Food Fool. Who's your team? It can't be the Cowboys.
If it's the Redskins, you can't call.
Justin says Dez is going nowhere.
Okay.
And again, Adrian Collins, you won our first drawing. Everybody's having a laugh about your glory hole statement.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I had that clip in here. To go, I want me some glory holes. You know, good old Jerry Jones. Well, it seems like we've got a mixed bag on the Dez Bryant situation on if he's staying or going. Some are saying he's going nowhere, no way in the world. Others are saying he's out of here. DMV is 10 minutes away. So sorry.
DMV is right here.
I'm sorry. Irvin.
DMV is right here. He mixed us up again.
What is it?
I keep
he
telling-
calls you John Gardner. That's what he calls you.
I keep telling you guys that everything's up here in my head, and I got hit in the head a lot. I mean, a lot. But one thing I do want to show you guys real quick, because this is actually kind of exciting. If I can remember which one it is.
Oh, he's a little special.
I grew up a Cowboys fan. We loved him, we hated him. Now, being a Cowboys for real. It's either going to be all or nothing. Rising with the morning sun.
In 2017, there's a lot of distraction out there.
It's a hunger that drives me. You're either ready to play or unite. They're going to ball or unite. Oh, Lord, spend my
This is a team trying to get to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1995.
You got the eyes of the world on you.
I know is.
And the Cowboys don't look anything like the Cowboys today.
Breaking news, Ezekiel Elliott is suspended.
We don't anticipate him being able to play for 6 weeks.
All the fight went out of the guys in white.
We don't make the playoffs. Some people might not have jobs. We built this team for times like this, and you put it all out there and you come up short. You got to dig deep and decide what you want.
We're a team. We're together.
Let's get back to the basics.
We got to go out there and take this.
May not be flashy, but we'll get it done.
Come on, baby.
It's going to be done right.
Ow! I forgot I ain't had no helmet on.
You represent your family. You represent your friends. You represent yourself. You represent the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be a hell of a story.
All right, everybody, we are back. I don't know about you. I am excited about that whole situation, but it makes me wonder, this is where you want to put on your conspiracy hat, because it's amazing how the Dallas Cowboys were picked to be all in, all or nothing, the season that they had so much drama go on. Don't you think that was kind of crazy? What do you think about that, Law? Well, everybody, welcome Law Nation into the house here. And Lewis, wow. Thank you very much for that, my man. Wow, Lewis. I hope you win that shirt tonight. The whole all or nothing situation, it's kind of funny that we had so much drama in Dallas, and they happen to have a film crew there for the whole season.
What happened now? I'm lost, man.
They have, the NFL is expanding what they're doing. They are getting into the streaming business and putting another nail in ESPN's coffin, and they're doing the Amazon Prime show, All or Nothing, with the Dallas Cowboys. Lewis, thank you very, very much. Where they literally had a film crew at Dallas all season, with the ups and downs of Jason Garrett, of Zeke Elliott, and everything else. Don't you think it was kind of funny that that happened with all the drama, and they happen to have the draft that starts 2 days after they're going to premiere the show?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like pandering. It kind of sounds like a lot of this stuff, man. A lot of up and down. Kind of sound like a movie. And the way they suspended Zeke, and the way they put him back on the field and off the field, and the way the NFL is not going after anybody else who hits a woman, who runs over a woman, who slaps a woman, who beats a woman, molests a woman. They're not doing anything else to anybody else, and the ESPNs of the world, and nobody else talking about that. It really grinds my gears. It really pisses me off, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, come on now. The NFL, you got to do something right, and what will be right? I saw, what's that guy name that played for the Chiefs? Hunt.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on NFL Network? Wasn't he on ESPN? And nobody brought up the question what he did this offseason.
Oh yeah.
This is time out for this stuff, man.
But it
really gets me upset when I'm talking about this.
Yeah. Well, here's what's happening, I think, because the NFL is doing a whole lot of turnover. They're getting rid of a lot of people, and I think they're changing their focus. I think that the Zeke Elliott situation, yeah, they won, I guess, but I don't know that they won. I think they realize we need to get away from social issues and focus in on just making money. Lisa Farrell, I think is that no, Lisa, she's staying, but Kia is her last name. Kia Roberts. I'm sorry, Kia Roberts, who was the lead investigator for the NFL, who ended up saying, there's not really a lot of there. The witness isn't credible. Zeke really shouldn't have a suspension. She's gone. She just left yesterday. You've seen all of these off-field issues and stuff. You saw Boykin from Seattle, who is accused of beating the crap out of his girlfriend. Her jaw was wired shut.
That type of stuff, man.
She woke up in a pool of blood. Okay, but I ain't heard anything about NFL saying a word. Now Seattle cut him immediately, so that'll be their go-to thing. But we had the incident with the Buffalo Bills player who was butt naked in his apartment, broke his foot outside and glass and blood everywhere. Nothing. Players trying to get into Costa Rica with weed. Nothing. You saw Odell Beckham Jr. Nothing.
I knew it was a conspiracy when we saw Odell, who is pretty much the face of the league right now, in a controversial video, and we hadn't heard anything about an investigation or anything. I knew that that's what it was right then and there. That let me know all I needed to know.
Yeah. So yeah, they're getting out of that business. I think they realize, you know what? We'll let the law decide what happens, and from that point, we'll go ahead and say you're suspended from there. But and they shouldn't have been in there. Unfortunately, we're the only ones that got screwed because of it. So,
oh man, I want for a tooth, man. Get up. NFL need to get going with this, man. It's just one of those things where it's derailed our whole entire season, and then all of a sudden, catch, no catch. Oh, it's a catch. It's 10 years later.
Right.
I mean, it's people that was born in 2014, grown, walking around, probably paying taxes right about now. I'm joking, but that's just how crazy this thing is.
Right. Cleveland Brown, yes, we're going to be going into overtime today because we're waiting for Irvin to get here to do our mock draft and stuff. So, Law, what do you think about the whole Dez Bryant situation?
Oh, man. I mean, I think it's a whole bunch of drama. I think Jerry Jones is trying to sell this thing. Like he said, and he lamented the fact that, hey, this in the newspaper. It's out there in the Mecca. It's time out for a GM that's trying to make money. I understand we all love money. We need money. Money's up there with air and oxygen. But at this point in time, I want to win. And if it takes getting rid of Dez Bryant to win, then get rid of him. If it takes to keep Dez Bryant on your team, then keep him. Don't keep the fan base in the mix with one another, because that's what we are. We got half Bryant suck, and then we got the other half of the fan base saying that Dez Bryant is better than Julio Jones, and now we got half of the fan base saying that this is crazy. Now, this is crazy. I've seen fan bases say, well, Tony Romes is better than Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman, see, people fail to realize, I heard you guys earlier before I jumped on, this was a different type of temperament. It was a different type of league.
Right.
Wide receivers couldn't break free. Now, wide receiver stats and numbers are all pretty much bloviated and pushed out there, and people thinking that, oh man, this quarterback is good. Really, real talk.
It was different,
if you take half of these quarterbacks and you put them in the 90s, they probably won't even live to say the next day. You see what I'm saying? Especially Tom Brady. We all know Tom Brady wouldn't be able to play in the 90s.
No, not at all.
Or the 80s.
It was a totally different game. Yeah.
But these Madden kids and these fantasy football kids, they don't understand. They fall on these stats, and they really don't understand the 80s and the 90s and the 70s.
Yeah,
and it's just a whole different world when you're talking watching off,
Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%.
I know we're off on a tangent, but
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's true. It was a different ball game, and I was having discussion, and we never really I never got you, John, if you believe that a wide receiver, a true number one wide receiver, is necessary in the NFL now.
I kind of answered it earlier. I don't think it's necessary. I really never thought it was necessary. I just think it looks good. Like Law said, fantasy football has kind of made people delusional into thinking, okay, well, this guy has these stats. He's up here. Or whoever catches touchdowns. Like, I coach receivers at high school, right? And so the funny thing is that when kids come out, guess what position they come for? If you've never played before, everybody comes out for wide receiver. Why do you come out for wide receiver? Because wide receiver gets all of the glory.
That's true.
And wide receiver is pretty much the swag position. So there's tons of kids that have no athletic ability, that have no flexibility, they have no ability to cut on the dime, to run a route or anything like that. They've never done it before in their life, but because they caught a football in the backyard, they think they can be a receiver. And that's pretty much what the fantasy football era has done to the game.
Well, I got to tell you, I actually enjoyed playing in the line. In high school, I played offensive guard. I love playing offensive guard because nothing I like better than pulling. You pull on a sweep, you go around that edge, and you're looking for that cornerback, okay? You know, you got a full head of steam. He sees you coming, and he's hitting the dirt, man. I'm sorry. That, to me, is one of the reasons why I want to see La'el Collins back at guard. No, I'm telling you, La'el Collins is a better guard than tackle. He's more athletic. He can get around that outside edge. You look at some of the clips. You will see him down there with Zeke Elliott 20 yards downfield. And to me, I think that was what was missing last year. We did not have that guard that could really do that stuff. I would love to actually see us get a true right tackle. I'm not the guys we have are definitely an improvement over Chaz Green, but I think we get La'el Collins back at that guard, a guy who can light people up going around that edge, a guy who can trap block. You're going to see Zeke Elliott having wide open holes again.
And I guess where I disagree with putting Lyle back at guard is that I'm looking at the draft, our easiest way to get better, and the guards that that will be where we're about to pick, they're much better than the tackles in this draft. And Lyle moving back, to guard or whatever, like, is it, if you're looking at opportunity cost, like him moving back, would it make our line better if we got one of these tackles in this draft, or if we leave him at tackle where he's pretty solid in my opinion, and added one of these juggernaut guards in there? That's the kind of question I would ask you.
My whole notion on this is if you move La'el Collins back to guard,
he's got to stay there.
We do know that La'el Collins' arms was the only reservations I had out on him playing right tackle. He just didn't have the length with his arms. He does have a strong lower base. He does show power and strength. And we can go back and we can see film and tape that he actually beat out La'el Collins. Actually beat out Ron Leary twice. And
kind of breaking up.
That's the reason why. I'm breaking up.
Okay, you good now.
I think it's actually on my end. I should have switched the Wi-Fi. I think I've got it on the upstairs one, but I think if I switch it, I'm going to lose you as it jumps from one to the other. But Domingo, Brian Sacal, and Frank, thanks for the super chats. You're in our drawing that we'll do at 10 o'clock. Hopefully, my man will be here by then. But I go back to your thoughts on La'el Collins. They cleared up.
Oh, you're talking to me? Well, the thing is, what I want him to do, what I want the Cowboys to do is continuity. And if anybody can just praise and say that, will be Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is a patient runner. We can say that, but he had to plant his feet in landmarks, and we do know that takes time.
Right.
And I just want just for us to have continuity. But if we move La'el Collins back to guard, and we have Flemings out there as right tackle. We just got to have a healthy big number 77. We got to have this line healthy, and that's my only thought on it. I'm not going to say too much until training camp and OTAs.
Yeah.
That's when I really want to take a look at this offensive line and see what type of shape they're in.
Well, we'll see on that one. I want to go defense. I want to take care of the middle of the field. I give all credit to you because you opened my eyes on that one, and it's true. We do not control the middle of the field, be it in the line, be it in the linebacking core, be it in the safety, and we need to change that on big time.
And guess what? On the offensive side of the ball, we got Tyron Smith at left tackle first.
Yeah.
But when we went Frederick and then Martin, didn't the offense get much better controlling the middle of the field?
Oh, definitely.
Exactly. So on the defensive side of the ball, we should probably take the same approach.
I agree with that 100%. So
finally,
there he is. Finally, everybody. We've been waiting for my man. Michael has the microphone. See, we're getting high techy here now.
Where is it? What we got going on today?
Michael, I gave you the microphone. It should be. Isn't it sitting right there? Or
shout out to Virginia Finance and
you know what?
And Jack, I know you in the house. Shout out.
Right there. That's it right there. Hold the button on there. Oh, go ahead and put it on
my man. All y'all in the chat box.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. My man, John, He's going to go ahead and take his spot over on the other side of the studio. We're getting high-techy here. We've got wireless microphones, and we actually have a second set. And Law, I want you here too, so we can look and see what you think on their draft board. We're going to go through the first round and see who they think we're going to get in the first round. I appreciate everybody who's joined into the super chat. Chatting in tonight. We're having a ball with this stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. We're going to do another drawing here for the DeMarcus Lauren. Vosh is, oh my God, we got Vosh in the house? Man, you know what, Vosh, we got to get you in here. Damn, I need another monitor. I think we're going to put another monitor so we can get Vosh in here too. I mean, we got everybody up in here today.
We're going to have the octagon.
Man,
forget a round table.
You know, it's going to end up being
octagon.
It's going to end up being kind of like around the horn here. We're just going to have multiple screens and everybody in here. Okay. Does my man have his microphone on over there? Okay.
Man, you guys making a donation to help grow the nation. I can't wait to see this, man.
Like somebody said, 100 pounds of chicken wings ain't cheap. So, Law, man, I am so ready for that. Let me, you got your first two picks are actually already up on the board there. You might want to take them down as well. And I'm going to go ahead and actually flip cameras here. You see our guys over there getting themselves together. Law, we're trying to expand and grow and everything else over here. We actually have our draft board with all of the team logos and stuff. My men have all of their picks and stuff ready to go. With while they're getting set up and everything.
Hey,
which direction do you think our Cowboys are going to go with that first pick?
Wide receiver.
hey, before we make the first pick, I want somebody to donate $25 for the Hennessy run. We need some hand over here.
All right.
Hennessy,
Okay.
I want somebody to please, when y'all come down for the draft, bring some hand.
Okay.
Somebody in the chat box got it.
Okay, but we'll definitely make sure we got some Hennessy for you, man. Vosh, what you like to drink, my man? Okay, guys, your mics are live.
Okay.
And you're actually on camera right now as we speak.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
You're $5 short, but we'll take it.
You know, I'll chip in the other 5. So, guys, we've got my man, E2 Blue, finally made it here.
DMV
Listen,
traffic.
Yeah, he was bobbing and weaving through traffic here in the DMV area to make sure he gets here for you guys, man. We appreciate you coming here because my man does not live close. He does not live close. He literally drove about 45 minutes to make sure he's here, part of this chat. How you doing tonight, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we got everything looking good up here for you. So tell me, just give me a brief way you think that the draft's going to go. Just say, what you think the Dallas Cowboys are thinking right now. I'll let both of you go ahead and put your spot in, and then you can start running down from one on through.
Well, first of all, they've been looking. If you look at what they're looking at right now, Christian Kirk. They've been looking at Christian Kirk. They've been looking at Ridley. I really don't think that they need to go wide receiver first.
Okay.
Personally, if we have more pressing issues, we need linebacker and we need a defensive tackle. So either one of those, in my opinion, is where we need to go.
Yeah,
okay.
And I agree with the sentiments of E2 Blue. I believe that if you've been looking at the official visits, if you've been reading the articles on who they've been working out, they've definitely taken interest in wide receivers. But they've also been taking interest in guards, defensive linemen as well. So a lot of the needs that we've been talking about as Cowboy fans, they are on the same page as us right there. So let's get into this thing.
All right. That sounds like a winner to me.
Hey, before we start, man, I have to say this, man. Man, you guys one of you guys look like Kevon Frazier, and the other one look like a Marion Barber up there, man.
Okay, you guys you can't hear. Okay, my man, unfortunately, they can't hear you. I forgot to, because the wireless thing on there. My man said, one of you look like Kevon Frazier. And I'm sorry, who was the other one?
Marion the Barbarian, baby.
And the other, and my man looks like Marion the Barbarian. Oh, man. Oh man, we got jokes tonight, man. Listen, you get a little bit of everything up in here, man.
Frazier is a fan favorite,
and that's my friend brother too, Kayvon Frazier.
Okay. All right. So
now we can go.
yeah. All right. So what you got for who do you have the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns getting?
Well, I think they go ahead and just do like the Dallas Cowboys did when we picked fourth, and they go ahead and they get running back Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley for the Browns. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that the Browns, Hugh Jackson is a quarterback guy with the number 1 pick. They've been looking at all 3 of the quarterbacks between Rosen, Allen, and Darnold, and I believe that they go with the guy who has the most big game experience between the 3, the safe guy, and I got them picking Sam Darnold, number 1.
What do you think about that, Law?
I think Sam Darnold, believe it or not, I heard analysts say they compare Sam Darnold to Tony Romo.
Oh, so okay, you guys aren't hearing this. You hear some of the you can hear it a little bit. But my man thinks that some people are comparing Sam Darnold to Tony Ono.
I could definitely see that because of a lot of the turnovers that he had last year.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that, but
yeah.
Okay. All right. Who do we have the New York stinking Giants getting?
Well,
assuming that they're getting rid of Odell, and I think they have to get rid of Odell because they poisoned the water there.
As we all know, what is the Giants' biggest weakness?
Offensive line.
Exactly. So with that being said, they're gonna go ahead and shore that up so Eli doesn't keep getting crushed. And they're gonna go ahead and get Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson. Okay.
Okay. And so I'm going to go a little bit of different direction with what I think the Giants are going to do. They've needed an offensive line for years, and they always get it wrong, always. But there's one thing that they can draft well, and they always draft well, and that's defensive linemen. And by the fact that they have a void since they traded JPP, I got them getting the best defensive lineman on the board, Bradley Chubb.
Oh, okay.
I would love for us to have them.
Okay.
Too rich for
Law?
Well, Bradley Chubb is one of the better guys out there.
Okay.
They do need some help out on defense. Who don't? So, yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. He agrees with that one. The Jets, who moved all the way up from 6 to 3. They better make sure they get something good or their fan base is going to light them up. So what you guys got for them?
Well, we already said this one, and they're gonna go ahead and get Saquon Barkley because they need help there too as well.
They definitely need a quarterback. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree with the sentiments. They traded up. If you're gonna trade up from a high position already to get in front of somebody, which in this case would be Cleveland and Denver, where it looks like they wanted to get in front of Denver. They're going to take a quarterback here, guys. And the guy that I got is the purest passer, I would say, in the draft. He's actually my favorite quarterback in the draft. He's had the hype machine since he stepped foot on campus. And I think that he can handle the hype in New York. When you got a guy going to New York, and he's going to play quarterback, he's got to be able to handle that hype. I think that Josh Rosen is who New York will end up with.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Josh Rosen. They got some people are gonna probably call him Josh Frozen because, but he do have the measurables. He's a pure passer. Rosen is precise, and I think he had plenty of velocities on his throw. So I think that that's a good pick.
Okay.
Durable too as well.
All right.
But it's concerned to me though.
And the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns that everybody already has marked down for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, with all those off-season moves, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you have Cleveland doing with that pick?
All right. So the Super Bowl winning Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns are going to go ahead and pick Bradley Chubb at that position. They're going to go ahead and make sure that defensive line is up to par.
Okay.
To add what they already have on the team.
Okay.
Hopefully they can be better with that.
Okay.
The guy that I got Cleveland getting is I'm in agreement with my man right here. I think that they go ahead, even though they got Carlos Hyde as the running back position. I believe that they're going to go for a two-headed monster. They have the receiving core right now with Jarvis Landry. I forget the guy, Corey Coleman. And so I think and Josh Gordon. I keep forgetting about him because he won't stay off the weed. But I think that they're going to go Saquon Barkley. I think that he's the best player in the draft. And I think that the Browns, they got their quarterback and now they got their running back.
That's real.
Man, they always seem to get burned on running backs for some reason. Ever since,
Thank you
the greatest. Okay. But we'll see on that. What do you think about that, Law?
Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session. Let's take a deeper look at Saquon Barkley. First and foremost, he's built like a brick house. He's a Ezekiel Elliott clone. He can come in and out of his breaks real quick, fast to the line of scrimmage, can run on the outside too as well and catch out of the backfield. He got lower body burst too as well, hard to take down. And I'm telling you guys, he is a weapon. But he's going to Cleveland Browns, and we know what's going to happen out there.
Okay.
It's the Browns, man.
It is the doo-doo Browns. All right. And we have Denver.
All right.
Yeah, what you got for Denver?
Well, the Denver Broncos, you already know with the issues that they've been having with that quarterback carousel they got going on over there.
Yeah.
And they're going to go ahead and get the quarterback that he loves, and I actually like him too. They're going to go ahead and get Josh Rosen.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I don't believe any of the smoke that John Elway's trying to blow, right now. I think that they're going for a quarterback, as E2 Blue said. But I think that they kind of reach with this guy. He's actually a project, but they do have a veteran in place for the next 2 years to kind of help him learn how to be a pro. But this guy has the biggest arm in the draft, and I'm going to go with Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. All right. All right. I'm digging seeing all these quarterbacks going off the board.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
This is what we're hoping. Cowboy.
The Jets helped us out big time.
And this is what you want. You want these quarterbacks off the board, so you have your pick and whatever you want. If we want to get guard, we can get that. We want to get defensive tackle, we want to get that. And some of you guys that want that wide receiver, that may be there too.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
Watch how Lamar Jackson just be like the best quarterback out of this whole draft, and everybody leaning on these other guys. Just watch.
Could be. That could be. Yeah. All right, we got the Colts.
All right.
So who do you think the Colts are going to go for?
All right.
They got a lot of needs.
Yes, they do. And with all the drama that's going on with Andrew Luck and his injuries and the issues that it seems like they're trying to hide stuff. I don't know what's going on with the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that they're going to go ahead and they're going to get that project. They're going to go ahead and get Josh Allen to basically, just in case, as insurance policy, just in case Luck doesn't fare well. So I believe that this is where they're going with that pick.
Okay.
And I agree with E2 Blue. There is an insurance policy that the Colts need. I think that Jacoby Brissett did a solid job in that quarterback so that they know that if Andrew Luck does go down, he can take the reins. But the insurance policy, I'm thinking, is up front. Mm-hmm. They get the best lineman in the draft.
They need
probably a future All-Pro guy, Quentin Nelson, at the guard position.
They definitely need help on the line.
They need that. They need linebacker.
Okay. All right. I'm digging how you guys are going with this. I'm hoping it's working. What do you think, Law?
No, man, they doing a pretty good job, man. I love it.
Okay. All right. We got Tampa Bay Buccaneers with their quarterback who's an idiot, Jameis Winston. Which way you got them going?
Famous Jameis.
They could go a lot of different ways, and we already know that they like one guy that we like, but I don't think they're going to go with that.
Okay.
I think that because there's another guy that they potentially could pick at that position, and I think that guy is Virginia Tech's linebacker, Tremaine Evans.
Tremaine Evans, nice. Okay.
And I do think they're going to get the guy that we like. Sorry, Cowboy fans, don't kill me for this, but I don't think this guy steps off the plane. I don't think he even boards a plane to get out of Florida.
No, he's not.
I know who you got right there. Yeah.
None other than Derwin James.
That's the one guy you said that you would trade up to get.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
But like I said, in my mock, this is where I projected us that we had to We needed, if we wanted to come up in the draft, this is what we need to get
to
Derwin
Tampa
James.
Bay. And that would cost us a hell of a lot to come up that far. I
Yeah.
don't think we want to move that
I
far.
don't think
We don't want them problems.
because there are other guys in the
well,
second and third round that are good that we need to pick too.
Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay. We all
Yeah.
know for they making these crazy mistakes, right?
Tampa Bay does.
Who is the Tampa Bay running back now?
Who is the Tampa Bay's running back? That's a good question.
Is Doug Martin still there, or did he leave?
No,
I thought he
he's
left.
gone.
Did he leave?
He's gone.
He's gone.
So
Yeah, they
might
could
make
go
a
running back, but I don't know if they're gonna go Geis that high though.
No.
They might,
Geis is
just
projected to
might.
go in the 20s.
They might say, well, we just a running back away. We got a tight end that can stretch the field vertically. We got one of the highest paid wide receivers out there.
Yeah,
We have a young quarterback, and what we want to do is have a young quarterback with a good running back. Let's just go ahead and match that up. We saw what it did for Dallas, So let's just go ahead and just try to make it a copycat league and forget our defense and just go ahead and make a Tampa Bay mistake and get a running back.
Make a Tampa Bay mistake and get a running back. Okay. Well,
I can see that.
That could be a possibility.
I got somebody making a mistake.
Yeah.
I got somebody making.
But somebody's gonna reach at that point.
But hey, you guys' picks are solid though. You guys are thinking like some good GMs.
You got some solid picks there, guys. All right, the Bears.
The
Bears.
Which is another team that got a lot of holes too. So
yeah.
So at this pick, they're gonna get our guy, Derwin James.
Oh man. Okay. Well, either way, both of you haven't gone early, so yeah. All right.
Yeah. So the guy got the Bears picking. You said that they have a lot of holes, and what's the best way to plug a hole? You start from the inside, right?
Yeah.
So they have a need an inside and outside linebacker, and you need somebody that can change the culture. The Bears right now, as we know it, are soft compared to what the Bears have been. So I think they add this guy to toughen up their roster at Tremaine Edmonds.
All right.
Okay. Now
let me intervene one more time. There's no way in life that Minkah Fitzpatrick is still out there before any of those two guys. So you guys have to redo that one. The Bears will go crazy.
Yeah, he thinks Fitzpatrick will be gone before then, or he thinks y'all need to redo that and get Fitzpatrick out of there somewhere.
No, I got him coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Y'all's like, leave me alone.
I got you, Lo.
Virginia Finest actually.
Bears Nation right now is pissed.
Yeah. Virginia's Finest. Actually, I ordered one yesterday. I had to do a ghetto style, print one out, and stick it on the wall. So yes, we're getting a Bengals one to go up there. And also, guys, anybody that's doing any super chats, we're going to do a drawing before the end of the show for a DeMarcus Lawrence autographed Joe Boo T-shirt for you guys. So anybody who's already done a super chat tonight, you're entered, and anybody else that still does it before we do the drawing, you'll get entered to it too. And the proceeds are going for us to have the draft party to end all draft parties. These guys you see right here, right now, add to that my man Vosh, add to that my man Cowboys Nation, add to that Shango if he ever comes back from overseas, he'll at least be Skyping in. We're going to be there throwing down with you guys, and I'm hoping you guys will be there. Hey, Law, how are you with hot wings?
Oh man, I just like my dry rub, lemon pepper.
Well, we're going to do a hot wings challenge. We're going to do a hot wings. Oh yeah,
like first takes.
Yeah, we have somebody that's sending us all different kinds of hot sauce ones, and they've got some fire in the hole ones that are supposed to be like hell on fire.
I got a baby tongue.
Okay. All right. So
give me the hint. Just give me the henny and tell him to send me some lemon dry rub.
There you go. Okay, we'll send you some lemon. Okay, we'll have some sweet wings for you, Law. All right. So, gentlemen, back to our draft here. San Francisco 49ers.
49ers. Well, as you know, they got your boy Richard Sherman.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think
with a bad wheel,
they're going to go ahead and get Ohio State cornerback Denzel Ward at that pick.
Denzel Ward, okay.
Okay. So I see. So with Eric Reed out of the picture and Derwin James off the board, because it's kind of flip flop for me. Either this person can go to Tampa, or he can go here. And Law kind of read my mind, but with the quarterback situation and the quarterbacks jumping up the board a little bit faster than anticipated, it kind of threw things off. But we're back on course, and I got Minkah Fitzpatrick going to San Francisco.
Wow.
Oh my God, they trying to set up something out there, man. Oh my God, that would be a good pick.
All right.
Board is so similar.
And from San Fran, we have the Raiders.
All right, as you know, the Raiders always had a lot of veterans on their in their secondary, and they lost a lot of guys too. So with this one, they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna get safety Minkah Fitzpatrick at that spot.
There you go, Law. Your man just went out.
Hey, he did.
Twice.
Okay.
So with John Gruden's first pick as a Raider, they're going to be looking to I guess start their culture off right. Even though he's an offensive guy, they actually lost Navarro Bowman probably in free agency, and so I think that they're shoring it up for an inside backer. I think that they get Roquan Smith. Even though there's some red flags, I still think they get Roquan Smith right there.
Wow. Okay.
I hate them.
Okay. And we have the Miami Dolphins that have jettisoned Sue.
With that being said, now that Sue is gone, they are also going to go defense, and they're going to get linebacker Roquan Smith.
See, this is where I have a team reaching and making a mistake.
Yeah.
And this team makes a lot of mistakes. Over the years, they've made a ton of mistakes.
You got
and
that
I got
right.
them reaching, but this is a good player. But I think that they're no secret to having a dual back system, and I think they reach and get Darius Geis.
Wow.
He ain't no Jay, but hey, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
I'm not That's very, very, very.
What do you think about that, Law?
I mean, guys, he's nice, but I still have my reservation on him being an every down back. You know, it's just me. You know, but it is what it is. Salute.
Okay. All right. We got the Buffalo Bills.
All right, for the Buffalo Bills, since they lost your boy Tyrod, they go ahead and get a quarterback, and they get Baker Mayfield, Mr. Confident, Cocky Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Yeah. The biggest need for the Buffalo Bills is a quarterback, and they're in a great position to get a guy that we respect, and probably to get the guy that they ultimately want. You get Baker Mayfield at number 12 as well.
Hey,
we got one.
We got one.
All right. They're finally agreeing. Okay. All right. Oh, boy. The Failskins.
The Failskins, they're going to go ahead and get a player that we've been looking at, and that is wide receiver Calvin Ridley.
So, yeah, the Redskins are going to get a guy that we're looking at, and this was going to break poor Mark's heart right here.
I know he's not going to get past
for the big one. But I got them getting, since they have a nose tackle need, they're going to get Vita Vea at this pick.
All right.
They don't make good picks like that. They already got the kid from last year from Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's that guy's name? Do you guys know anybody from up there with the Deadskins from Alabama? They got the guy that played in the inside.
Oh shit! It's at the tip of my tongue. You know I've been hitting the head too many times. I can't think of him right now. But
somebody in the chat box, man. Salute. I know you guys know. Who the Redskins got last year to play down on the line? I don't think they'll do too.
You think okay? Jay thinks Ridley's going to fall the way to the Failskins. Okay. Or that the Skins will take. I don't think the Skins will take Ridley. No, they need too much help on
Allen.
On the line.
Allen was his name. I'm sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead.
All right. So after the Failskins, we're going to Lambeau Field with the Green Bay Packers.
Which is another team that kind of has a lot of holes too. I felt like they were going to shore up that defensive line and get defensive end Marcus Davenport with that pick.
Okay.
So I've been doing a little bit of research on Green Bay because Green Bay is probably one of the hardest teams to read during the draft process. But this guy they've done multiple interviews with, and I believe that he's going to be a great fit there. I think they absolutely love this guy. I got them getting cornerback Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward, okay. And we have the Cardinals that signed. I still can't believe that they signed Sam Bradford at $20 million. Are they going for a quarterback?
No. No.
What do you have them going for? They need help all the way around.
I got them protecting that said quarterback.
You need bubble wrap.
Yeah. Seriously.
For that
But
quarterback.
they're going to go ahead and get tackle Orlando Brown at that pick.
Orlando Brown. Okay.
Oh man,
Okay.
he bench press 220 10 times or something.
Yeah,
like that,
man.
8 times.
Yeah, dude was his bench pressing the 220 was like 10 times, man.
Yeah, I don't think.
Dude
like,
with one arm like tripled him,
Yeah, he
man.
did.
yeah, I don't even know if he can do a push up with. I mean, he probably can't do a push up.
It ain't my
Okay.
team. I ain't worried about it.
Oh man. Okay.
Hey,
But
hey,
but
let
I,
me say this
I
out
do
here for
think
Cowboys
I'm
Nation so
with you,
far,
Mark.
man.
I think the
Hold on,
Arizona
hold on,
team.
Law. Okay.
Cowboys
Sorry.
Nation.
Hold
So
it.
far, man, we got a Mike Hughes out there. We still have a Josh Jackson. Hey, we still have it looks good, man. I love this, man. We still have a Jari Alexander. We still have D-Ron Payne. So yeah, let's keep this thing going, man. This thing
Okay,
is
but my
tight.
man
I
Law,
love this.
I've got to figure this out so you guys hear the whole conversation. You guys, I'm sure it's actually a way to do this. It's just I am technology challenged and still figuring it out. So bear with me. My man Law is like, I'm loving it because of all the players that are still out there for
Yes.
the Cowboys coming
Absolutely.
up.
Yes.
That it's like a smorgasbord
The
of
quarterback, the
players.
quarterback's going off the board, and
Yeah.
basically, I'm with you, Mark. I do think that Arizona gets a quarterback here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of people might kill this pick right here. Or I'm talking about some of the analysts or whatnot, but we both know that Bruce Arians is a quarterback whisperer. Yeah. He's great with quarterbacks. I think he'll get this guy right. I got them getting the explosive Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. Okay. I mean, they have to get a quarterback. I mean, there's no way in the world that you can think that Sam Bradford's one going to make it through the whole season and two going to be there next year.
Right.
There's no way. You have to plan for him.
I agree.
But what you think about that, Law?
He'll play 1 or 2 games.
Man, that's going to be a hell of a good pick for them, man. I say that it's going to be if they get that guy, it's going to turn this franchise over, man. I'm telling you, he's going to be the second coming of Michael Vick. With a better arm, stronger arm.
My man believes he's going to be the second coming of Michael Vick, man, with a stronger arm.
I think that he's better than Michael Vick.
I believe so too.
There you go.
There you go.
But he fell because people think that he's not as good as Michael Vick.
Well,
And people forget how good Michael Vick was. They think about dogfighting for the most part. They don't remember how good of a football player
in
he was.
Atlanta, yeah.
I mean, he is a raw player, but I mean, with the right team, he is going to dominate. I agree.
Look, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now.
Right.
When my little brother, when we started playing Madden, I told him, look, you can play with 31 teams, but you can't play with this one team, and that's Atlanta Falcons. This was back with Michael Vick because he was the cheat code, man. He was the cheat code to the NFL Madden. It was just unstoppable. I couldn't beat him. Know what? I tried anything. I couldn't beat him. And I actually burned a few Madden CDs and punched a few holes in the wall because of that. So I'm telling you, man, this is the next joystick slash guru quarterback, Lamar Samuel Jackson.
Well, let me give a shout out to Massive G, Trey Compton, Admed Chibi. Forgive me, I'm a name butcher. Don't kill me for it. And JJ. All you guys are added to the drawing that will have before the end of the night for that Marcus Lawrence autographed Jobu T-shirt. So thank you guys. You're really helping out for the draft party, man. And all the guys you're seeing right here, we're all going to be there in Dallas together. We're going to be talking all night about what's about to happen, what happened, and what's going to happen. Okay, so the Ratbirds.
All right, well, the Ratbirds, as you say, I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. So,
You going to get in trouble?
yeah,
Okay.
that's my wife's thing. But
Does she watch the show?
I don't think so. She may be watching. Who knows?
Okay,
But,
all right. Shout out to your wife.
Like you said, the Ratbirds.
But listen. I'll take the heat on that one. I'm the one who called them the Ratbirds. Shout out to my buddy Richard. Okay. All right. So who do you have the Ratbirds taking?
Well, unfortunately, they're going to get the guy that I really wanted. Guard Will Hernandez, Utah.
Okay.
So Cowboys fans, I have to commence in breaking your heart with this one. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be pissed off, but the Ravens absolutely love this guy. They've been meeting with him. It's an actual godsend. I got the Ravens getting Calvin Ridley at receiver.
Okay.
They can have him.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'd like to actually see that happen, just so that way we don't have that temptation. Hold on, we got a call coming in. Hello, you're on the Joe Boo Sports Report. Is this my man Vosh?
Have we drafted our left guard yet?
Hernandez just went off the board with the Ravens.
Oh, I don't even want to watch the show no more, man.
Oh, okay. So you're having the Cowboys get Will Hernandez, and I take it.
It is Will Hernandez or bust, man. Some people get so caught up in the you don't need to draft a guard, but I don't look at it like drafting a guard. You drafting your identity back.
Wow.
You drafting your soul back. You drafting your ability to impose your will. Plus, that kid in the backfield gonna be pissed off. You get that dude at left guard. Dak Prescott gets to pass the ball. He get his time again. Tyron Smith gonna be healthy. He ain't got to worry about playing next to a scrub. Ezekiel Elliott gonna do his thing. And we gonna be right back to greatness.
Okay.
Ask Voch this.
Three of them going.
He can hear
Why, Voch?
Yo, what's up?
Why you don't want my guy Derwin Trinidad James versus Hernandez?
Derwin Trinidad James.
I don't mind Derwin James. It's just that I don't think we're gonna go up and get Derwin James. I just got to put myself in realistic brain place. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for Edmonds. I'm not looking for James. I got to think about what the Cowboys have been doing. And what we've been doing is staying put and drafting whoever's there. Now, if all those quarterbacks go and some running backs go in front of us, maybe we can get a solid crop of people to fall to us. But just in case we don't, I am fine with getting the left guard for the future to get our dominance back, that ass whoop back.
Wow.
All right, so let me ask you this, Voch, and everybody calling you a preacher now because they got Flames and they got preach, Voch Lombardi. So I know you say Cleo Voch Lombardi. You know how you say Votradamus? What'd you say?
Votradamus.
Cleo Lombardi, Votradamus. I do not know the future.
Say it again, man. Everybody laughing. Say it one more time.
Look, man, I tell people all the time, don't ask me what this player gonna be like in 10 years. I am not Cleo Lombardi. I am not Vostradamus. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
So let me tell you this. So you get Hernandez. What the hell you do with the people that we done picked up? What would you do with a Marcus Martin? What you do with this Cam Fleming's kid? What do you do with? Guess you're gonna keep Lyle Collins at right tackle. Is that correct?
You tell them to sit their ass down just in case something bad happens.
You're right about that. You know what?
Look, man, my whole thing about Leon Collins at right tackle, man, people want him to play guard so bad. And I said this in the super chat earlier. I want the dude that was blocking Khalil Mack. I want the dude blocking Von Miller. I want the dude blocking Kerrigan. That dude at right tackle, I want that same dude at right tackle. Now, James Green at left guard, that's your problem. Let's fix that situation up. Let's not change two pieces to fix one. Leal finally figured it out around week 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's leave that the way it is. Quit changing it. He's comfortable there. He finally learned how to kick slide. He finally learned how to keep those elbows tight. In with his knees, punch in the chest. He missed with his hands a lot less. So let's keep him at right tackle and get the new blood at left guard. It's harder to play right tackle than it is to play left guard. Hernandez will fit right in, and he will start day one. It will be no problem.
All right.
So you have no problems with Lyle Collins' short arms.
I ain't got no problem. Von Miller don't care what size arms you got. If you got long arms, he whoop you. Khalil Mack whoop long arm people all the time. If you can figure out how to beat them two with short arms, damn it, right tackles need short arms.
All right.
Man, I love you, man. I'm telling you, this guy brings the thunder every time, man.
He's bringing the fire.
That's crazy, man.
In case you guys are just tuning in and everything else, I am blessed to have the all-star people up here on the Joe Boo Sports Report. I got my man E2 Blue. I got my man John Gardner. And if that wasn't enough, of course, I got Law Nation, and we have the mouth that roared, Vosh Lombardi, on here as well. And if you guys enjoy this, wait for about 4 weeks when we're all going to be at the draft, man. We go and add a little bit of mojo punch to this whole equation too. We are going to have a ball, guys. This is going to be fantastic. Well, you've been watching their picks so far, Vosh. You are the draft expert. How are you feeling about their picks so far? You think it's
grade them?
You think it's following about right?
King Law.
I kind of been looking at a few picks, but I had to go to my office because in the crib I got bad cell reception, and I don't really, so I had to leave the laptop for a second. Mm-hmm. But I think first overall is gonna be Sam Darnold, man, because if you look at number 2 and number 3, I think those two are going to be quarterback teams. You know what I mean? So if I'm Cleveland, I go, well, I may originally want Saquon at number 1, but I'm positive that nobody at 2 or 3 is going to take Barkley. So I can go ahead and get my quarterback now, then just get Rich Homie Quan at number 4, and, you good. Because it's rare that you have breakthrough players at quarterback and running back. If Tom Brady had the opportunity to have a breakthrough running back, there's no telling where he'd be. You know what I mean? So I think the Browns just going to don't overthink it and just get your quarterback and get the best player left over, which is, Saquon, assuming Quentin Nelson goes to the Giants.
I forgot all about Quentin Nelson. And damn,
you
right.
Can't forget about Quentin Nelson. You can't forget about Quentin Nelson.
Man, I forgot. Hey, guys, did y'all draft Quentin Nelson already, or I was
Has Quentin Nelson gone off the board yet? No.
For me, he's gone at number 6 with the Colts.
Number 6. Okay. All right.
They had him gone to the Colts.
Let's get back. Okay. Let's get back to the pick. We're getting 3 away from the Dallas Cowboys. Who do you have this formerly known as the San Diego Superchargers, now the LA Chargers? Who do you guys have them taking?
Well, they're going to try to get more super and more bolty.
Okay.
And
bolty.
If that's a word. And I know it ain't, but I'm going to make it up because of today.
Okay.
Wide receiver Cortland Sutton.
Sutton. Okay.
Got him getting a big target.
Okay,
I went a little bit different right here. This is a need that the Chargers have. It's probably the number 1 need on the board at right tackle. Got them getting the number 1 tackle on the board, Mike McClinchy from Notre Dame. The guy can play, man. If you guys haven't seen him, you know that they build tackles and guards at Notre Dame.
All right.
Man, I agree with your tackle position. McClinchy is one of the top guys out there, but I disagree with them going out and getting Sutton because they will have a ride out there. Did they get a kid last year?
Mike Wiggins,
number 1
the same
receiver?
guy.
Same guy.
Basically, yeah.
Mike Wiggins, tall, can't really move, can't really separate really long. You know what I mean? That's same kind of dude. So, yeah. Cortland Sutton, the second round guy for me.
All right. We got the Sea Chickens.
I love these.
Hey, before we go to the Sea Chickens, I would love for that to play out for them to get Cortland Sutton because that means we're getting a better player.
Absolutely.
At number 19.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who do we have the Sea Chickens getting?
Well, we know the Sea Chickens lost
everybody.
Yeah, and Michael Bennett primarily. So they're going to go ahead and get that interior guy. And they're going to go ahead and get Deron Payne.
Soon to lose Earl Thomas.
Now, I really like that pick, Deron Payne. I do think they go the defensive side of the ball, and as you guys know, they lost Richard Sherman. So I think they replace him with a long, lengthy corner that's really good in the zone coverage, just like Richard Sherman was. And the guy that I'm going with is Mr. 8 picks, Josh Jackson.
All right. What do you think about that?
Oh, man. Bosh? Josh Jackson is like sticky finger all day, man. That guy is made from a different planet, man. I like Josh Jackson. He would fit the Seattle Seahawks scheme real well.
I don't mind the pick, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure Russell Wilson is tired of running for his life, man. I'm almost guaranteed the guard going to go right there, man. But as far as Josh Jackson, though, when you lose Sherman, you got to try to fill that void somewhere. So try to get a corner now. Maybe they get a guard later. So, hey, solid pick.
All right, Morpheus D, you are added to the drawing coming up later on. All right, drum roll, please. All right, who do you have our Dallas Cowboys drafting?
For your Dallas Cowboys at pick number 19 in the 2018 NFL Draft, they go ahead and stop playing around and get that defensive tackle Vita Vea.
Oh, that make me happy. I mean.
Well,
that make me very happy.
Well, Cowboys Nation, I don't want to piss you guys off. So I thought really long and hard about this pick right here. And Vosh, I don't want to piss you off, but I got to put this guy up here. You probably going to jump up for joy, but we got to get our identity back. We get Will Hernandez at number 19.
I wouldn't be mad at either of those.
No. When all these quarterbacks go, I just want to say real quick, when all these quarterbacks coming off the board, if you can see how, of course, things could change. As soon as one person trades in this draft, all this is going to get skewed.
It's going to change.
Yeah.
But what I will say that if it does stay kind of pat like this, which I think it will, as far as quarterbacks go, we still have our options with guys. We still got linebackers.
All right, so let me go first, man. I'm going to break this down right now, man. Go ahead. My bad. I ain't trying to cut you off. You still talking?
Okay. All right. So Law's going to break this down. Go ahead. Break it down for me, Matt Law.
Go ahead, Law.
All right. This is the reason why I changed my opposition or my view on Derwin James. My only thing that I changed my view on Derwin James and I wanted us to go towards Vita Vea is because of the new hit rule, the 15-yard penalty. I can see right now Derwin James, and I do know that he plays clean, but I can see that the NFL can start picking on that aspect of the game with him playing out there and living in the boon and flying out to the ball and things of that nature, right? So we was 8th overall in defense. I understand that. But I can see a better play out of Jalen Smith. I can see a better play. I can see us really picking the Vita Vea with the first pick, and then in the second round, we go with a Josie Jewell, somebody like that, who can help out this linebacker. So I can see us developing and building up the core. Now, even if we go with Hernandez, which I like the pick too as well, but I'm leaning more towards defense. I do understand that offense wins games, but defense wins championships. So that's why I'm leaning towards this Vita Vea. I'll take my shirt off, turn some back flips, drink a whole bottle of Hen if we get this Vita Vea, because I know for sure he will elevate the Sean Lee's games. He will elevate the actual Jalen Smith games. He will elevate even Kevon Frazier. He out there putting things on the board out there right now. Kevon Frazier, he'll help elevate him. He's just gonna bring this team up to the next level, and I like that. So Vosh, man, what's your thoughts and theory on this?
I'll go where you fixing it.
My problem with Vita Vea at 19 is I think the only reason he gets to 19 is if some weed fall out of his pocket. We don't need no more weed people.
Not the weed.
We have enough weed people on our defensive line. Now, if Vita Vea falls to 19 organically, then I take Vita Vea over Hernandez because I think that's the better player. It's just that in my mind, I just don't think Vita falls that far. But hey, if he does, we need to run to the podium. We need to run to the podium to go get Vita. I totally agree. I said this when I was having a conversation with Mark Holmes. If you look at our defensive starters last year, we only got one first-round player on.
Right.
Where the other side of the ball, the offense, we have like 5 or 6. So I'm not opposed to adding first-round talent on our defense. I just hope that it gets there organically. Josie Jewell is trash. He's a 4th-round player.
Okay.
Oh man.
Right. Okay.
What you don't like? Break down Josie Jewels for me, man. Help me out. Help me.
Josie Jewell has a great brain, but he doesn't have the body to get there. Like, there have been plenty of situations where he's looked stiff, he's looked slow, he takes bad. I don't even think he takes bad angles. He's not fast enough to get there. And the only thing that's going to happen in the National Football League is stuff going to get faster and faster and faster. We saw Barkley eat this dude up in space. What you think they're going to do in the National Football League to Josie Jewell in space? Same thing. I don't take that dude to the 4th one.
You had that too, right?
Okay. All right.
I mean, you're dropping the 5, man. I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-verify. I trust you, but I'm going to have to verify it.
Okay, so, all right. Who do you have the Detroit Lions, the Motor City, drafting?
All right, so we're going to go to the Motor City. And not only are they're going to get their water together, they also are going to get they're gonna keep Stafford upright, and they're gonna go ahead and get Isaiah Wynn.
Oh my God, that was my sleeper. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I like that.
Now,
sleeper guy, definitely a sleeper.
Yeah, he's definitely a sleeper. I know the one thing about Detroit is that they always had their needs. They have a guard, they have a tight end need, they have a running back need, a D tackle need.
But Detroit always goes and gets what they don't need. They always. But I'm gonna tell you this: they don't miss on defensive linemen.
No, they don't.
And this guy that I have going, he fits all the measurables and stuff that Detroit looks for, and they won't miss on him. I got them getting Marcus Davenport.
Okay.
I like Marcus Davenport, but he's going to be a developmental guy to be. Mark, what's your thought? Not Mark. I'm sorry, Mark. Vach, what's your thought on Marcus Davenport, man?
I totally agree that he's going to take a long time to get right. You know, if you look at the competition that you know he's against, like he looks like John Wick against North Texas. He's dangerous versus these small school teams. And when he goes to the Senior Bowl and the talent bumps up a little bit, he can pick on the little Pittsburgh kid, but these legit offensive linemen will put hands on him. Now, he's physically imposing. He got long arms. He's a pretty strong dude. He's quasi-fast. He can bend. But I see things like he runs down the middle of people. He doesn't have a pass rush plan. He doesn't use his hands well. He doesn't really know when to bend. So, I mean, I don't know how long he's been playing football. It looked like he's been playing for like 6 months. So, hey, get some coach with a lot of patience and some great coaching to try to put hands on him. But that's as developmental as it gets. But he does have this nice looking closing speed that I like. So you can try to take that and do something with it. But 20's a bit high for me for Davenport, but he will go high because of measurables and traits.
Hey, he didn't put his hands in the dirt while he was in college, right? So you think he's more of a 3-4 guy, or think 4-3 teams really gonna look at him?
Absolutely not. Like he's like 6'7", 70. Like he's perfect hand in the dirt guy. It's just that when you're the best athlete on your team and that's the defense you run, I guess they just let Marcus Davenport play safety if he wanted to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who do you guys have? The Cincinnati Bungles.
Well, the Bungles. I gotta go ahead and get defensive lineman Maurice Hurst.
Maurice Hurst. Okay.
Okay, between the Bengals and Adrian Brown, the Cincinnati can't keep losing. And the guy that I got them getting right here, they're gonna shore up that offensive line. The sleeper pick, Isaiah Wynn.
Okay. Don't sleep on Taven Bryan, though. You know.
Oh, you'll see him coming up soon.
Okay. All right.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
All right. The Buffalo Bills.
All right, Buffalo. The stormy weather team is gonna go ahead and pick a defensive player. They're gonna get linebacker Rashawn Evans.
Sean Evans. Okay.
Okay.
Solid.
All right, I got Buffalo getting a guy who's played a little bit of nose in college. He played most of the 3 technique for Alabama. They're absolutely in love with this guy. I've done a little bit of research on them. I got them getting Deron Payne. Oh, knocked your pick all over the board. He's like, I don't want that pick.
We had actually for the Dallas pick, somebody's asking in the chat who just joined in. Thanks for joining in. Vita Vea and Will Hernandez were the 2 picks that our gentleman had over here. So I'd be happy with either of them myself, but we'll see how it all shapes up come the end of April. Thoughts, Law, on those picks?
I mean, they are solid picks, man. Either way, I'm jumping for joy because I know for sure if we pick up Hernandez, Zeke is kissing whoever the GM is. You know, he's kissing Will McClay. He's going to go out there and hug the hell out of the offensive line coach because he know for sure he's going to just be able to fall forward and get at least 4 to 5 yards. So, I mean, even in that now, if we get the Vita Vea pick, which that's a pick that we normally don't do. It'd just be remarkable for Jalen Smith. I think that Jalen Smith need to play clean. I think Jalen Smith need to have those lanes open. One can argue and say that if I go to another team like the Ray Lewises of the world, you know, they had the big guys up front and he actually played clean all his life. Now, I'm not calling Jalen Smith a Ray Lewis, but we see what they can do. And I forgot the name of the guy, those big dogs that played in front of him. Right. I think his last name was Adams and Saragusa and all those guys. It expands your career, basically.
Okay. Bosh?
Jalen Smith can 100% be Ray Lewis. I I don't even know the question I'm answering, but I'm just gonna agree with Law. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I'm fine with Vea because parts of me wants this defense to be dominant. Parts of me wants this defense to be imposing, but another side of me, the offensive line guy, you can also impose your will with run game, and we've seen run game make the defense imposing. So I think a lot of guys are going to come back better this year. I don't think David Irvin is going to miss 4 games. Hopefully he's healthy. As long as he's on the franchise tags, he's playing for money again.
Right.
Hopefully Randy Gregory can get.
Yeah, someone was just asking if he's been reinstated yet. He's applying to be reinstated. It's a whole process, so it's still a little bit of time away from there.
But the Cowboys are not gunning for him to be on the team.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Cowboys want him back, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay, so we
But
have.
already want him back.
Okay, Vosh wants him back. So we have the soon-to-be most dysfunctional when they sign Odell Beckham along with Sue. Rams up next.
Well, as everybody likes to say, the 2018 Super Bowl champs. Rams.
I thought that was the Browns.
They no longer the Rams, I tell you that.
Right.
Okay.
So they lost Quinn, so they're gonna go ahead and get defensive end LSU Arden Key.
Okay.
All right, so
try to fill that void a little bit.
So all season, all we've been seeing is defense for the Rams, and they fit a lot of needs. They still have a need at inside backer, but you know what? I got a feeling that McVay said, you know what? I need a toy. And they lost Tavon Austin. They lost Sammy Watkins. And the guy that they're going to get is he's going to be jumping for joy. But this is a sleeper right here, and a lot of Cowboy fans will hate this, but they're going to get DJ Moore.
Okay.
That is the guy that I remember.
Oh, my. Okay. Oh, man. That is a good pick, man. Let me ask Vach on this. When they said that he went and got a Arden Key, and I'd like to just put this guy against Arden Key, Harold Landry. If Harold Landry didn't come off that injury last year, would he be a better pick for them?
I think regardless of injury, Harold Landry should be a top 10 player.
I had him at first.
And I'm sticking by it. For anybody that just think I'm blowing hot air or just Mike Mayock just to be Mike Mayock, and I got a video. You can go watch my video on Vice Lombardi. I'm sure we're gonna plug it 1,000 times. This kid knows his techniques. He knows how to use his hands. He knows how to plan rushes. He knows how to manipulate momentum. Right on top of that, he's athletically gifted. He can bend. He can rush. He's people call him weak. People say he's not very strong. I've seen him put people in the dirt with one hand. People saying, he's little, he's small. Well, I think he can play 3-4 linebacker because he's the same size as Von Miller. I also think he can play with his hand in the dirt because he's the same size as DeMarcus Lawrence. It just all depends on how many sandwiches you feed him in the offseason. I think Harold Landry is the best pass rusher in this class. Maybe not edge guy because Stubb is a more complete player, but Harold Landry is the best pass rusher in this class, and I stand by that 100%.
All right.
So if he go at 19, you probably won't even be mad at it, right? And they move on from Randy Gregory, and they have D-Law on the other side, and they say, hell, we'll figure out the defensive tackle, and they go with a Harold Landry. You just won't even be mad at it, right? And they get a second-round pick for Irving or something like that.
All right.
Man, narrative is going to be narrative. The media, the peanut gallery, draft Illuminati, they're going to say what they want to say. But those people that really watch film, the scouts, the GMs, the football people that really watch film, we may not be talking about Harold Landry, but they know who the hell Harold Landry is, and they know what he can do. Don't be surprised if he goes top 15.
All right. Well, we got to keep this thing on rolling now because we are actually way in overtime. And
I'm long way.
Oh yeah,
it's Friday night.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night, y'all. Ain't nobody gotta get up
I got my wife upstairs that's probably clocking me about right now too. But anyway, the Carolina Panthers.
Well, since you guys want to argue about your boy, Carolina Panthers already, they're gonna go ahead and get defensive end Harold Landry.
Harold Landry, okay.
Now the guy I got going off the board here. Carolina has Carolina has a cornerback need. The guy that I have competes really well with the top receivers, as you saw. Defends the back shoulder fade, can play zone, can play man. He's an absolute dog on the field. I got the Carolina Panthers getting Jair Alexander.
Okay. All right. And we got the Titans.
All right, so Tennessee Titans, they're going to go ahead and replace DeMarco Murray, and they're going to go ahead and get running back Darius Geis.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they got Derrick Henry.
They do.
All right.
They got Derrick Henry? Okay.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry and Deion Lewis. They got both of those guys.
All right.
Ready?
Okay.
All right. So this is such a Tennessee Titan guy. When I was doing a little bit of research on this guy, they love him. He makes sense. Fits the inside linebacker need. They get Leighton Vander Esch.
All right.
Okay. Now we got the Falcons that have to replace Claiborne, who should be giving Chaz Green a big bonus because he helped him get paid.
Yeah, he need to buy him a steak dinner.
Yeah, a couple of them. Who do you have the Falcons getting?
So, speaking of defensive players and defensive linemen, so to replace that said guy, they're going to go ahead and get defensive tackle Law, Tavin Bryan.
Oh, okay. Sleeper. Watch. He going to be a dog, man. I like that kid's tape, man. But go ahead, man.
Okay.
All right. So I got.
He also could be a potential pick for the Cowboys. So.
Yeah, he definitely. I really like Tavin Bryan. The guy I got another corner going off the board. I got ATL has a corner need. They had a private workout with this guy recently. They really like him. Going with Isaiah Oliver out of Colorado.
That's a good pick.
Okay. All right. And next up, we have the Saints that got my man, DeMario Davis. Damn. We're going to look back and they're going to say, damn, Mark, you were right about DeMario. Just like Calais Campbell.
But I agree. I wish that DeMario was here, but he's a great guy. But the Saints at that pick, they are going to give that guy some help, and they're going to pick linebacker Leighton Vander Esch.
Okay.
Okay.
So this guy was one of their pre-draft 30 visits, and they have their eye on him, and I don't think he steps out of Louisiana. I got DN Arden Key as he fits their defensive end need.
Yeah.
Okay. And we got the Steelers.
Steel City. So Steel City is whoever's gonna be back there. If it's Ben Roethlisberger, they're gonna go ahead and get somebody to snap him the ball, and they're gonna go ahead and get Billy Price.
Good pick.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, Billy Price need to go to now.
Yeah.
Oh boy, gone, right?
So what have the Steelers really been? Oh, you talking?
No, go ahead.
So what have the Steelers really been missing out of their defense? Like, yeah, they've been pass happy, but we know the Steelers for defense. And the guy that they've been missing that they let go a couple of years ago was Lawrence Timmons. And I got them getting a guy very similar to him, replacing at the inside backer position, Rashaan Evans.
If he goes,
as he's so versatile.
Okay. All right, and we've got the Jaguars.
Watch Jaguars go out and get Roddy Harris.
You think so? Is Bob still with us, man? He got quiet.
You know, man, I'm long-winded and I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, kill your show up because I can talk all day if you let me.
Yeah, well, let's get through the picks and then we'll go through and see what you think of on the final go-round here.
I'm missing one.
We can do that.
You're missing. You know what? I might have missed one. Who are you missing? I did that after work, man.
Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out?
Give me 1 second.
I can go. All right. So
I messed it up for my man.
They lost Allen Hurns. They lost Allen Hurns and they lost Allen to Chicago. So I got them getting a receiver. This is a slept-on guy right now that a lot of people are very high on. I got them getting James Washington with this pick.
Billy Price.
Yeah, Billy Price.
Is that who you got? Billy Price for the Jaguars?
No, I got him for the Steelers.
Oh, I'm sorry. You had.
Yeah, Billy Price right here.
Yeah, I switched it up.
Okay.
last minute change of thought.
Oh, you got Ash.
Yeah, I switched up a couple.
You changed up on me.
Yeah.
Oh, you sent me a cue. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
No, I did, but
Okay, all right. So you got that one. All right.
So the Jaguars are also going to get a target, but it's not a target as a wide receiver. They're going to go ahead and get tight end Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Okay.
Okay.
First tight end off the board there.
And
All right.
what a lot of people don't realize is at this point, it's pretty much second round for guys, so they might go ahead and these teams might go ahead and get somebody that is a second rounder that fits their need. But that's not what I have Minnesota getting right here. They have a need at center. They're pretty deep and they have depth everywhere, but they need somebody to snap the ball, and I got James Daniels going right here.
Okay. All right.
How did I didn't do 2 and 1, right? Because I'm missing.
While he looking up that James Daniels from Iowa, man.
I'm missing my Vikings pick.
Very quick, man. From Iowa.
Great lineman, great feet, great bend, great hands, great technique.
Yeah, good foot and position too as well.
You had Mark Andrews. Is what you had on the list.
Probably not as physically imposing though, but like technique wise, yeah, he got it.
Okay.
Yeah, he can redirect. So yeah, I mean, I like his tape. You know, I haven't really dived too much into him, but I mean, he does a good deal of redirecting. You know.
All right. So we got the New England Patriots.
So New England, they're gonna go ahead and try to replace Fleming.
Okay.
But instead, they're gonna go ahead and get tackle Mike McClinchy.
Okay. Good tackle.
Good pick. I had a similar thought right here, but McClinchy was already off the board. One guy that I know has been working out at all 5 positions, 4 teams. He's very versatile. If you watch his tape, he's pretty nasty. He had a better junior year than this year, but I got them getting a versatile Connor Williams. To fit that left tackle need.
I thought you were gonna say that Oregon kid. I think his name. Jabaj, help me out. Offensive tackle. Crosby. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And last and definitely least, the rubbery cheesesteaks. What do you have the Eagles getting?
Well, the Philly rubbery cheesesteaks are going to select. Well, they're going to get some help for Bradham because they re-signed him. They're going to go ahead and get linebacker Malik Jefferson.
Jefferson, okay.
Now, this has been a need that they've had for a long time, and a lot of people have him pegged as a second-round guy. But I have the Philadelphia Cheese Whiz, not reaching, but going ahead and getting a solid prospect. Brother of Eric Reed, they get Justin Reed at safety.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, before I get your final thoughts, Michael Anthony Fitness, can I get you over here? Everybody who did a super chat, I want to thank you guys all for helping out because we are going to be having a party. If you liked what you saw here tonight, you can see this live and in person at the draft because we are all going to be there and we are going to have a ball, including my man Michael Anthony Fitness, who is going to pull out a name who's going to win our DeMarcus Lawrence autographed Joe Boo t-shirt. Who you got? Louis Zampolt. Okay. Guys, Adrian Collins, email me at cowboysmark94@gmail.com. And that's Louis, Zempozlt. Okay? I can't pronounce it. Forgive me. Congratulations. You have won a DeMarcus Lawrence autographed Joe Wu t-shirt. And I appreciate everybody who helped out because we're going to make sure we have a hell of a time. So, Law, give me your thoughts on their rate my guys on their picks.
Don't kill me.
Man, you guys did a fantastic job. I think that you guys probably left out one of the baddest, and I'm talking about the better guys that's in this draft, the sleeper too as well. Dante Jackson. I don't think nobody said his name, but it's all cool, man.
Dante Jackson, okay.
Did anybody say the kid from Louisiana, LSU? Did anybody pick Dante Jackson up? Maybe he's going to slide to the second round or something like that?
Dante Jackson?
I had him high in the second round.
Okay.
Had him high in the second round. So, yeah, but outside of that, man, it was a solid deal, man. I can't complain. As long as my Cowboys get one of those two guys, Hernandez or Evita Vea, I'm happy.
Man, okay.
You guys did a good job.
I agree.
And my man Vosh, your thoughts?
Good job, fellas. As a draft guy, I understand that it's crappy, kind of, putting together mock drafts and all that. It's hard. You leave people off. You keep tweaking stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to y'all. Salute to you for putting in the effort. And what I like the most is y'all make your pick and you explain it. Some people do things just to do it. So, good job, man. I think this whole draft how it's gonna run, man. I think the first 15 picks are just gonna be like whatever, but pick 17 to pick, I'll say by 61. Like it's just gonna be a big jumble, and just anything can happen from there. So salute to y'all, man. Good job.
All right, Vosh, tell everybody where to find you.
Man, y'all can find me VOCHLOMBARDI. I do film reviews on YouTube, and I talk crap about the Peanut Gallery Draft Illuminati on Twitter.
All right.
Hey, man, come find me. I'm going to be in Dallas for the draft, being long-winded as well, so I can't wait to, to chop it up with y'all. Salute. Thanks for having me.
All right. My man, DMV, tell everybody where to find you at.
You guys can find me at DMV Dallas Cowboys. Not DMV Traffic, but DMV Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. All right. And my man, E2 Blue.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue. You can find me at E2 Blue, E2 capital BLU Entertainment.
And of course, the voice that is
nothing but the best.
Law Nation.
Oh man, it's a pleasure to be on the Godfather show, man. You guys can find me at Laws Nations at Facebook and Twitter and Instagram too as well, or just type in Law Nation under Google now. You can just Google me now and just type in Law Nation and you will find me. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute.
Man,
I'm out.
I got to tell you, everybody who joined in tonight, thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you guys have not subscribed to all of these people here, you are truly missing out. And if you enjoyed this, wait until you get 24-hour coverage at the draft, because we are all headed in the Jobu Mobile Man Cave RV from Virginia all the way to Dallas to cover the draft. Like I said, man, all these guys, man, I got it easy. I pop a video anywhere, everywhere, just giving you the news of what's going on. But my man, Law, Vosh, all of these guys end up putting in a lot of film study and a lot of work to bring you guys the best news on there. Forget about ESPN and those guys and all that. These are the real deal Dallas Cowboy fans. And with that, guys, we got to get the hell up out of here. And I want to thank you guys for being here one more time. And we will see you guys soon with any news on the Dallas Cowboys. And we are out.